Welcome to the Rare History Channel. Heinrich Himmler, 16 shocking and rare facts about one of history's most infamous figures. Heinrich Himmler, one of the most feared names in history, was the chief architect of the Holocaust. While his name evokes horror and revulsion, his life was full of oddities, contradictions, and lesser-known facts that provide a more complete understanding of the man behind the merciless SS. Fact number 1. Childhood passion for history and war, a seed of obsession. Heinrich Himmler's early years, spent in Munich, were characterized by an insatiable appetite for history. Born into a conservative Catholic family, his upbringing was filled with tales of ancient Germanic tribes, grand battles, and heroes. His particular affinity for medieval German history wasn't just a child's passing fancy, it became an obsession. As he grew older, these tales of knights and battles began to shape a distorted worldview where he saw himself as a reincarnation of Germanic kings, fighting for the purity of the Aryan race. Number 2. From chicken farming to genocide, Himmler's agricultural pursuits. One of the lesser-known facets of Himmler's life is his significant interest in agriculture. After his studies in agronomy, he took up work at a chicken farm, immersing himself in the intricacies of poultry breeding. This experience would later inform some of his initiatives as the Reichsführer SS. Himmler saw agriculture as a vital tool in establishing a self-sustaining German empire. He promoted organic farming methods and even set up experimental farms, intending to make the SS troops self-reliant for their food needs. Number 3. Unfulfilled military ambitions, a source of resentment. World War I was a turning point for many young Germans, and Himmler was no exception. Burning with the desire to serve his nation in combat, he attempted multiple times to join the front lines. However, health issues and the end of the war thwarted his dreams of battlefield glory. Despite training with the 11th Bavarian Regiment, he never saw active combat, serving only in administrative and non-combat capacities. This inability to fight for his nation in its hour of need was a source of personal embarrassment and possibly fueled his later overzealous commitment to the Nazi cause. Number 4. The dark world of mysticism, Himmler's bizarre beliefs. To say Himmler had unconventional beliefs would be an understatement. Deeply influenced by occult teachings, mysticism, and pseudoscience, he incorporated these esoteric interests into his role as leader of the SS. Himmler's obsession with the occult wasn't just a personal quirk, it played a foundational role in the SS ideology. He genuinely believed in the mythical origins of the Aryan race, and his interest in pseudoscience led to the implementation of horrifying racial policies, leading to the suffering and extermination of millions. Himmler was so engrossed with the occult that his personal library contained over 13,000 books, many of which were about witchcraft. He believed that witches were persecuted because they were of a biologically high value and were opponents of the church. In his skewed view, this fit into his larger narrative of racial purity and Aryan supremacy. Number 5. Castle Wolfsburg, the mystical epicenter of Nazi ideology. Situated in North Rhine-Westphalia, Wolfsburg Castle became the symbolic heart of Himmler's SS empire. Enchanted by the castle's triangular layout and historical significance, Himmler saw it as a reflection of the SS tripartite ideology. Pouring vast amounts of resources into the castle, Himmler ordered extensive renovations, ensuring that it embodied the SS pseudo-religious beliefs and principles. Within its walls, the elite members of the SS convened for secretive ceremonies, rituals, and indoctrination courses. Most chillingly, Himmler visualized Wolfsburg as the ceremonial and spiritual epicenter of a post-war Nazi Europe. Number 6. The Ahnenerbe, Himmler's quest for Aryan roots. Co-founded by Himmler, the Ahnenerbe, meaning ancestral heritage, was more than just a research institute. It was Himmler's desperate attempt to legitimize the fabricated Aryan racial mythology through scientific evidence. With a motley crew of archaeologists, anthropologists, and other researchers, the Ahnenerbe organized expeditions across continents. Whether it was deciphering runes in Scandinavia or searching for the origins of the Aryan race in the Himalayas, no stone was left unturned. Tragically, the Institute's endeavors often included human experiments in concentration camps. Number 7. Felix Kirsten, the physician with a conscience. Heinrich Himmler, despite his stone-hearted policies, was a man plagued by stomach cramps and other ailments. Felix Kirsten, an expert in massage therapy, became an indispensable part of Himmler's inner circle due to his ability to alleviate the Reichsführer's pain. Recognizing his privileged position, Kirsten began leveraging his proximity to Himmler to negotiate the release of thousands of prisoners. By manipulating Himmler's dependence on his treatments, Kirsten managed to save countless lives, making him a silently unsung hero of World War II. Number 8. Faith and fanaticism, Himmler's Catholic upbringing. The young Heinrich Himmler, born into a deeply religious Catholic family in Munich, once harbored aspirations of joining the priesthood. As a child, he was steeped in religious teachings, regularly attending church services and even serving as an altar boy. This devout Catholic upbringing starkly contrasts the monstrous path he eventually chose. It remains a chilling testament to how individual choices can diverge drastically from one's early influences, leading one to question how a potential priest became the architect of the Holocaust. Number 9. Unwavering loyalty, Himmler's friendship with Hitler. Himmler's relationship with Adolf Hitler was not just professional, but deeply personal. As one of Hitler's most trusted confidants, Himmler played a pivotal role in executing the Führer's radical and deadly vision for Europe. Hitler saw in Himmler an unyielding loyalty, often fondly referring to him as loyal Heinrich. Their mutual respect was palpable, with Himmler viewing Hitler as Germany's messianic savior and himself as Hitler's devoted servant. Together, they became the architects of immense atrocities, reinforcing each other's prejudices and ambitions. Number 10. Complicated intimacies, Himmler's dual lives. While Himmler might be better known for his role in the Holocaust, his personal life was a tangle of complexities. In 1928, he wed Margaret Boden, and the couple was blessed with a daughter, Gudrun. Their seemingly typical family life was, however, marred by Himmler's infidelity. Drawn to his young secretary, Hedwig Pothast, Himmler began an intimate relationship that resulted in the birth of 2 children. Despite his family's knowledge of the affair, Himmler maintained relationships with both women, reflecting the contradictions in his personal life. Number 11. Vegetarian and animal lover. In a rather paradoxical twist, Himmler was a strict vegetarian and abstained from smoking and alcohol. He often spoke against animal cruelty and was known to send Christmas trees to SS men serving at concentration camps. The juxtaposition of advocating for animal rights while orchestrating the death of millions of people is unsettling. Number 12. Himmler's infamous crimes. Heinrich Himmler's dark legacy is defined by several heinous acts. The Holocaust, Himmler orchestrated the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews. Major death camps like Auschwitz operated under his directive. SS and Gestapo, the Schutzstaffel, SS, and the Gestapo became Himmler's primary tools of terror, responsible for countless atrocities within Nazi Germany and occupied territories. Targeting of non-Jewish communities, Himmler also masterminded the mass extermination of groups like the Romani, Poles, and Soviet prisoners of war. Human experiments. Under Himmler's watch, horrendous medical experiments were performed on concentration camp prisoners without their consent. Einsatzgruppen, these killing units executed thousands, often shooting victims beside mass graves. Number 13. Final betrayal, Himmler's secret peace overtures. Even as the Third Reich faced impending doom, Himmler's ambitions and desire for self-preservation persisted. In a shocking move, he initiated clandestine talks with the Allies in an attempt to secure a position of power in post-war Europe. But when news of these backdoor negotiations reached Hitler, the Führer was enraged. Feeling profoundly betrayed by one of his closest allies, Hitler promptly ordered Himmler's arrest. This act of betrayal was a testament to Himmler's treacherous nature, revealing his willingness to sacrifice even his deepest loyalties in the face of personal peril. Number 14. A fanatical pursuit, ancestral purity obsession. Himmler's fanaticism wasn't confined to the broader goals of the Reich, it seeped into personal lives. He meticulously scrutinized the genealogical records of SS officers, demanding evidence of unblemished Aryan lineage tracing back to 1750. With unwavering determination, Himmler sought to craft the SS as the epitome of Germanic racial purity. To further this mission, he established the Lebensborn program, facilities where women deemed racially pure were encouraged, and sometimes coerced, to birth children who met Aryan criteria. Number 15. Anti-Freemasonry campaign. Himmler harbored a deep-seated paranoia and hatred towards Freemasons, believing they were conspiring with Jews against Germany. Under his direction, the SS systematically persecuted and exterminated Freemasons. He estimated that between 80,000 to 200,000 Freemasons were murdered during the Holocaust. Number 16. A desperate final act, Himmler's capture and suicide. By 1945, with the war turning unfavorably for the Nazis and the Allies rapidly advancing, Himmler's delusions of grandeur began to crumble. Hoping to salvage some semblance of power, he attempted to negotiate a truce with the Western Allies. However, his efforts were seen as traitorous, leading to his arrest. When British forces captured him, the once mighty Reichsfuhrer, realizing his imminent fate, chose to end his life. Using a hidden cyanide capsule, he committed suicide, avoiding the public trial and execution that awaited many of his peers.